So let's move on to question number 3. In a bag, there is an equal number of red, blue, and yellow marbles. How many marbles could be in the bag? Now this is a interesting scenario. So what do we know? We know that they are red, they are blue, and they are yellow marbles. We don't know how many red marbles, we don't know how many blue marbles, we don't know how many yellow marbles. However, we know that all three of them have equal amount of marbles. So how do we approach this question? Well, for one, we know that there are no half marbles, right? So we're not dealing with half marbles, we're dealing with whole marbles. So then we know that in order for each one to have equal number of marbles, then the answer must be a multiple of 3. So now I'm going to give you I'm going to go through the ones that I can remember off the top of my head. I will probably have to do a separate video on just that alone. It won't be a long video, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. But let me just get to explaining this one first. So it's a division rule. Dividing by 1. Any whole number can be divided by 1. Dividing by 2. This is something you should know. If it ends in 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's divisible by 2. Dividing by 3. Dividing by 3, if the sum of the numbers within the number, sum of the digits within the number is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. So numbers like 1, 1, 1, that's divisible by 3, or 1, 2, 3, or 2, 1, 3, or 3, 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. All of those numbers are divisible by 3. Divisible by 4 if the tens line is 0, or 2, or 4, or 6, or 8, and the ones line is 4, or 8, and if or 0, and if the tens line is anything else other than, if the tens line is 1, or 3, or 5, or 7, or 9, and the ones line is 2 or 6, then that number is divisible by 4. Again, tens line being 0, tens line being an even number, then the ones line would have to be 0, 4, or 8, and then it's divisible by 4. Tens line being an odd number, then the ones line would have to be 2 or 6, and then it's divisible by 4. Divisible by 5. If the number ends in 0 or 5, then it's divisible by 5. Divisible by 6 if the number is divisible by 3, meaning if the sum of the numbers is divisible by 3, and the number is a even number, then it's also divisible by 6. Divisible by 7, we'll have to do that in a video because it's a bit complicated. Divisible by 8, right? We'll do that in a video, because if it's divisible by 4 and half of it, if you half it is also divisible by 4, then it's divisible by 8. 9, if it's divisible by 3 and the sum of that number is also divisible by 3, then it's basically, if you can divide by 3 twice, then it's divisible by 9. However, let's get back to this question. So, reading the question again, in a bag, there is an equal number of red, blue, yellow marbles. How many marbles could the bag have? So we know that it's a multiple of 3 because all of them need to have the same number. They all need to be equal. So let's look at 16. Using the rule, the sum of the numbers must be divisible by 3, and then that number is also divisible by 3. So 16 divided by 3. Now, so let's add the numbers first. So 1 and 6 is 7. Is 7 divisible by 3? No. 7 is not divisible by 3. And therefore, neither is 16. Let's look at 29. 2 plus 9, that's 11. Is 11 divisible by 3? No. And therefore, neither is 29. Let's look at 37. 37, 3 plus 7, that's 10. Is 10 divisible by 3? No. Therefore, neither is 37. 42, 4 and 2 equals 6. Is 6 divisible by 3? Yes. And therefore, 42 is a correct answer. Right. So division is your best way, the best strategy here. Can't think of any other strategy that would, but as I said, there are three items and they're equal, so they must add up to a total that is divisible by 3 exactly.